Coming up next on the Beagle Sports Network, it is the continuation of Championship Saturday, and it is the final of the UEFA Champions League. Inter Milan and Manchester City, live from Istanbul, Turkey. Good evening and welcome to our coverage of the 2023 UEFA Champions League Final. For the first time since 2005 and amidst many delays, the big game finally comes back to Istanbul, Turkey, and this year's contest is a bit similar to that original Miracle match, as an English team goes up against a team from Milan, Italy. Manchester City returned to the Champions League Final for the second time in 3 years. Their opponents, Inter Milan, compete for the first time since they were led into Madrid by Javier Zanetti in 2010. City have been crowned Premier League champions. They need 2 more pieces for the treble, tonight's Champions League title and the FA Cup next weekend. Inter Milan are looking to add European dominance to their Coppa Italia. Only one will emerge victorious, so stay tuned to find out who it is. Kickoff is just moments away, so let's go to the pitch at the Ataturk Olympic Stadium. Well, here we go, just moments away from the biggest game of the year, the Champions League Final. We thank you for joining us live from Istanbul. Manchester City, of course, chasing the treble, looking for the FA Cup. They've won the Premier League. Can they dominate Europe as well? We shall find out soon enough as they go up against Inter Milan, who defeated their crosstown rivals to get to this match, but we pause for the iconic Champions League anthem. It's gotta be quite a feeling to hear that as a player at any stage of the competition, but to hear it in the final must be something else. Man City, led by Pep Guardiola, line up in a 4-3-3. They have dominated the Premier League, and now hoping to finish off Inter Milan and continue, as I said, that dominance. As I mentioned, looking for the treble. And there you see Inter Milan. In the final for the first time since 2010. There we take a look at their lineup, and it will be a 3-5-2 for the Italian side. Here we go. Players taking their positions. There's the whistle, and it'll be Holland to Gundogan to kick things off. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 UEFA Champions League Final is underway. Inter Milan in yellow, Manchester City wearing light blue with white shorts, and now a shot taken, but Ederson will make the save. And an early chance there for Milan could be setting the pace for this game, whether it's high scoring or at the very least just a lot of chances as they set up for the corner. Barella trying to fight off Gundogan into the air, and the referee will blow the whistle, signaling a free kick for Manchester City. So Akanji will take the ball now. And it is sold out here at the Ataturk Olympic Stadium. And there's a divide between the fans right at the middle of the pitch. One side there's Manchester City, the other side there's Inter Milan. So a good number of supporters for each team coming out to witness this moment. And for Istanbul, it's quite a moment for the city itself as well. Supposed to host the final in 2020. Of course, it got moved to Portugal due to the pandemic. It got moved to Portugal again in 2021 because, if I remember correctly, safety concerns. Last year was in Paris, and now, finally, they are here 3 years late for the Champions League Final as Inter have the ball. Romelu Lukaku had it for a moment. He's the player to watch here for Inter Milan. We'll be looking for him to make some big moves against this all-star team that is Manchester City. Inter Milan, of course, the underdogs. Anyone can see that. Just based on the caliber of players and the big names that Man City have. Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish, Haaland, etc. As Lukaku takes the shot, but it goes off one of the posts, one of the poles holding the nets up, and Pep Guardiola relieved that he missed. Goal kick coming up for City now. Ederson to Ruben. Rodri. Gundogan. Jack Grealish. Aki. Rodri again. Gundogan. Calhanoglu and Darmian contesting. Darmian goes down, but he gets the ball for Inter. And now Lukaku to Lautaro trying to break away, but Manchester's defenders will catch up with him. And Ederson to Ruben again. As City established control, but not for long. Barella taking it now, hoping for the cross, but outside it will go. And I believe Ruben got the last touch there, which means a corner kick for Inter Milan. Ederson, 29 years old, 1 save so far here tonight, but I estimate he'll be making many, many more, or at least trying to. 0-0, 15 minutes in. Barella sends it into the air. Ruben got the header. Akanji trying to get it away, but Dumfries to Barella. Back foot to Dumfries again. And avoids being chased out. Gets it to Calhanoglu. Barella, Ruben contesting. Oh, that's definitely skirting the rules there. Dumfries takes the shot. Ederson falls down for the save. And it remains 0-0. Calhanoglu setting up for the corner again. Referee apparently says nothing about that slide tackle from the back, but they've been known to wait, so you never know if they will or not. And now the corner. Calhanoglu to Barella. Into the air it goes, and Ederson will make the catch. Down he goes with Lukaku in the vicinity. There's the kick. Gundogan got his head on it. Aki to Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, Gundogan again. Rodri. De Bruyne. Haaland, the Premier League record setter. Gundogan. Haaland takes his opportunity right to the goalkeeper. Onana making the save. And so close, but it would have been offside anyways. But quite the breakaway from Haaland. Free kick now for Inter. Acerbi will send it away. Lukaku. Akanji to Ake. Rodri. Gundogan. Moving up the field. Trying to take another shot. Darmian will take it and get it to Acerbi. And Milan with the ball now. Lautaro with the back foot. Now DiMarco. Calhanoglu. Into the air. Ruben. Off the chest. Stones chased out. And that'll be a throw-in for Inter. In the 26th minute of this game, still no score. And we thank you for joining us. We are honored to bring you the Champions League Final. As Calhanoglu moves through, Akanji will send it away. Jack Grealish now. With a pass to Ake. Haaland. Haaland trying to break away. Slide tackle from the back, but he's in front. Dumfries will send it out. Jack Grealish with the throw-in to Gundogan. And Grealish again, trying to make his move, and Onana with another save. And I believe that's 2 tonight for him, as we take a look at the replay. Mahrez setting up for the corner. Kevin De Bruyne. Mahrez again. Moving in, looking for an opportunity. But Inter's defenders trying to hinder him. Rodri again. Gundogan. And Acerbi gets in the way of Grealish. Lautaro to Mkhitaryan. Over 30 minutes gone. Darmian to DiMarco. Now Mkhitaryan to Lautaro. Mkhitaryan again. Lukaku, remember he's the player to watch. As I mentioned earlier, 74% of the possession to Manchester City, only 25% in the last 15 minutes to Inter. 3 shots for City, none for Milan. And again, I remind you, the last 15 minutes as Stones moves up. Darmian just barely prevents it from going out as Inter keep possession. Mkhitaryan trying to move up the field, which he'll do successfully. Akanji with a challenge, and De Bruyne to Gundogan as Man City establish control of the ball once again. De Bruyne trying to break away. He's being pursued. Now gets it to Mahrez. Haaland. Looking for a cross. De Bruyne. Stones will send it out. Not even close. And now a goal kick for Inter Milan as we come closer and closer to halftime. Still 0-0 between these two teams, which is quite interesting considering how Manchester City has dominated the possession. And dominated, period. As I mentioned, they are the Premier League champions for, I believe, the 3rd year in a row. They were last to the Champions League Final in 2021. They couldn't get the job done then. Can they get it done now? Kevin De Bruyne taken away by DiMarco. Lautaro to Calhanoglu. Barella. Lukaku. Dumfries. Darmian. Back to Dumfries. Trying to move up. Trying to get a couple more chances before halftime. Maybe break open the scoring. Apologies for the stuttering. Haaland. Acerbi will take it back from Milan. 2 minutes added on. Kevin De Bruyne to Mahrez. And now Mahrez racing down the field. Needs to make a cross. He finds Haaland, but Bastoni will get the interception, and any second now it will be halftime. There goes the whistle. And 45 minutes gone in the Champions League Final. We are scoreless, 0-0 between Manchester City and Inter Milan. Before we give you a look at the highlights and statistics of the first half, there are a few announcements to make. Tuesday night, we will bring you the first game of the NBA Finals, as the Denver Nuggets battle either the Miami Heat or the Boston Celtics. Tension this evening in the conference finals, but sadly that will not be on the network. Then, something further in the future, we will be covering every round of the 2023-2024 Champions League season, from the group stage all the way to the final at Wembley. The Champions League returns this fall. And here are the highlights from the first half of this Champions League final. We begin in the 2nd minute with a close save from Ederson. Almost an early lead for Inter Milan, but it was not to be. Then in the 11th minute, Lukaku got close as well, but it went wide of the goal, hitting one of the posts, holding up the net. Moving to minute number 18, we see Dumfries here. And a save being made again by Ederson. His second on the night. Now Jack Grealish in minute number 30. Going after Onana. And a save being made for Inter. Minute 39. It's Stones with an attempt. But he misses. Going off to the right. And it is still 0-0 between Manchester City and Inter Milan as we take a look at the statistics here at halftime. 90 passes for Man City, 82 for Inter. 63% of the possession has been for Manchester City, 37% for Inter. 4 shots for each side, 10 tackles for Inter, 7 for City, 7-1, 5-1 for City. 9 interceptions for City, 5 for Inter, 2 saves by Ederson, and 1 by Onana. 1 foul committed by Inter, 1 offside from Man City, 3 corners for Inter, and 1 corner for City. 1 free kick for each team, no penalty kicks, no yellow cards, no red cards. And with that, the players are about to make their re-entry into the pitch, so let's go back to Istanbul, Turkey, to finish out the Champions League Final, 0-0, going into the second half between City and Inter Milan. And we are back for the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a slide tackle by Kevin De Bruyne, and that's quite a way to start off this second half. If you are just joining us, first of all, welcome. We're live from Istanbul, Turkey for the 2023 UEFA Champions League Final. Scoreless, 0-0 as we come to the second half. Manchester City wearing blue shirts. Oh, close one there. Blue shirts with white shorts. Inter Milan all yellow. As Ederson comes forward to make the save and rolls it to Ruben. Aki. Gundogan. Jack Grealish. Now a race to the ball. Bastoni wins and Onana will get it away from the goal. Stones to Mahrez as Man City take the ball back, and they have completely dominated the possession in the first half. 63% to be exact. Mahrez to Haaland. But somehow, despite all that, a good defensive game being played by Inter Milan, it's 0-0. Stones almost went out there, but it still goes to Inter. Mkhitaryan to Di Marco, and back to Mkhitaryan. Now Lautaro Martinez. It's going to be a race to the ball, won by Lukaku. Excuse me there. Akanji will send it out, and that's going to be a corner kick for Milan. As Çalhanoğlu takes the ball, setting up for what seems to be a short pass to Barella. And it is completely packed here inside the Ataturk Olympic Stadium. We thank you for joining us. Fans from both sides coming out to support their teams. And speaking of sides, the stadium is divided, as you'll see along the center. Free kick coming up here, but one side of the stadium for City, one side of the stadium for Inter. It's quite interesting, actually. But back to the action at hand. If you will excuse me again, the wall has been constructed. Çalhanoğlu setting up for a free kick. Fakes it, and just wide, and a bit over the crossbar as well. There you see Pep Guardiola on the sidelines. He has guided City to success in England, hoping to guide them to success in Europe. They haven't. The last time they were at the Champions League Final was 2021 against fellow English side Chelsea. They couldn't get the job done there, surprisingly. Will they be able to get it done here tonight, this year, as they are chasing the treble? Champions of the Premier League. Lautaro to Mkhitaryan. Lukaku takes the shot, but Ederson makes the save. And as I was saying, excuse me, City, the champions of the Premier League, we know that much. Chasing the FA Cup next weekend as they battle crosstown rivals Manchester United. But tonight, hoping for perhaps the most important part of that treble, and that is the Champions League trophy. Gundogan sends it away. Mkhitaryan. Oh, interesting aerialism there. Stones to Ederson. Oh! Close save there! Close save there! That could have been a very fatal mistake. But luckily for Manchester City, the score remains 0-0. Quick reflexes by the goalkeeper as Akanji sets up for a free kick. But wow. Akanji to Stones. And Stones trying to move through here. Has to be mindful of the defenders, and Calhanoglu will get it. Mkhitaryan taken by Akanji. Riyad Mahrez now. And Acerbi had it for a second, but it's right back with Manchester City. Haaland to Stones. Trying to get through the defense here. De Bruyne. Oh, it's getting a bit physical with Bastoni. Rodri. Gundogan. Darmian will take it. And Inter Milan with the ball again. Mkhitaryan to Lautaro. And we are still scoreless coming up on minute 70. And we very well could be headed for extra time here tonight. Which surprises me, to be quite honest with you. Going into this, I expected Manchester City to just completely dominate. And surprisingly, Inter Milan have played some good defensive soccer, or football, if you're a European. And they've managed to keep the scoreline 0-0, at least for now. Gundogan, Haaland, and now De Bruyne will take the shot. Onana with the save, and he keeps it with him. DiMarco, Lautaro, Mkhitaryan. DiMarco again, back to Mkhitaryan. Lautaro trying to move up. Looks for a cross, but it's right to Akanji. Headed away out of the pitch and onto the track. This is, of course, an Olympic stadium. Bernardo Silva coming on for City, and Brozovic coming on for Milan. Calhanoglu exiting along with Gundogan. Grealish heads it away. Barella. In a bit of a battle here. Stones will take it. The referee's whistle sounds, and now it's up to Lukaku for the free kick. Wall has been constructed. He fakes it. Turns it over to Brozovic. Lautaro right to Akanji, and they might have wasted a chance there, but Dumfries will get it right back. Mkhitaryan taken by Aki. 143 passes for Inter, 134 for City in this match. Mahrez. As we get closer and closer to the final whistle of regular time. Lukaku to Mkhitaryan. 10 minutes to go, give or take some added time. Ruben to Aki. And now Haaland. And apologies for that. A bit of an issue with the feed, I suppose. Stones. Or someone's messing with the fabric of time, space, and reality. Whatever the cause. This is offside. Which means a free kick for Inter Milan in their own end. Chance to drive it up the field and maybe take the lead. Goes right to Rodri. Never mind. Kevin De Bruyne. Moving closer to the goal. Gets it to Stones. Haaland right to Onana. And maybe a bit of contribution by the angle. Another double substitution. Haaland and Mkhitaryan coming off. Gosens coming on for Milan. And for Manchester City, it will be Alvarez. 6 minutes to go. Oh, really 5. Kevin De Bruyne. To Akanji, takes the shot, but it's right to Brozovic. Alvarez over the crossbar. Incredible defense tonight from Inter Milan, but unfortunately no offense either. No offense from City. And from Milan. And we are now in a situation where we either go to extra... Oh! Close one. Close one. I believe that's the second time. No, that was Ederson. One for each. One close shave. Close call for each goalkeeper as De Bruyne sets up for the free kick. Chances before extra time running out here, and we're in a situation... What I was going to say, we are now in a situation where we either go to extra time and the drama ramps up, or we get an amazing moment with a last-minute goal, and it could be from Jack Grealish, but Onana gets the hand up, makes the save, and summons another Manchester corner. It's getting intense in the final few minutes, and you would expect it to. A game of this magnitude with stakes this high. Kevin De Bruyne with the corner once again, and this time it won't be a pass. Gosens to Bernardo. Well, two different sides. Bernardo taking it for City. Lukaku now. And how much added on in this Champions League final? 4 minutes. 4 minutes to change the game, to change the course of history, or to take us to extra time. Barella blocked by Stones. Bernardo with the header. Brozovic, Alvarez, Kevin De Bruyne into the air. Jack Grealish moving up, and he could be the hero in the last minute. Intercepted by a Serbian. Milan have the ball again. Lukaku to Lautaro. What action. Barella to Dumfries. And Dumfries moving up. Passes to Barella. And back and forth. Barella has it. Getting close. Lukaku! Would you believe this? Would you believe this? In the last chance. The last minute. A moment that will forever live in history in the annals of European football. Ladies and gentlemen, Inter Milan are the champions of Europe, thanks to one Belgian, number 90 in the 90th minute. Lukaku is the hero. As we take a look at the replay, if there was ever a time for a goal, it would be right now. No extras tonight in Istanbul, and it's a bit of a miracle, if you will. If you catch my drift. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be all. This is all a formality. Alvarez kicks it, the final whistle blows, and exultation, ecstasy from one half of the stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, Inter Milan have won the Champions League by the barest of all margins. And I'm still in disbelief at what's happened here. There is the man of the hour, the hero. Lukaku, in the end, pulls it out. And somehow, some way, Manchester City have been denied the treble. Pep Guardiola will once again chase another Champions League. Maybe it will not be with City. Maybe next year. But for now, the glory goes to the Italian side. The glory goes to Milan. And Lautaro, the captain, to lift one of the most iconic trophies in the sport. What a moment, ladies and gentlemen. What a moment. Unbelievable scenes here tonight in Istanbul. The new miracle, if you will. 2005 to 2023. And the one thing they had in common, it was England versus Milan. Wow. We thank you for watching from Istanbul, Turkey. Good night on Championship Saturday on the Beagle Sports Network. Inter Milan are the champions of Europe. What a moment. We'll see you next season.